This is a disclaimer. I am by no means trying to make an argument about how either movie's messages or quality are comparable, not claiming how one movie copied the other or anything of the sort. I'm just looking at two of my favorite movies and some underlying similarities that I really found interesting. Now, without any further ado, let's get into it. Let's start off by having a look at the two movies in question. First off, the Barbie movie, a poignant and inspiring venture into the life and world of arguably the most influential toy in not only its respective industry, but the hearts and minds of many children around the globe. It was a movie event that engrossed the world as a phenomenon, earning praise and acclaim from critics and fans alike, culminating in its humongous success at the box office. The Lego Movie, an innovative and charming journey through the lens of an everyday Bricksburg construction worker in a world pretending to perhaps the most recognizable assembly figurines the whole world round that created a whole sub-industry in of themselves. A movie that was a pace setter and flag bearer for what later became the Lego Cinematic Universe, a franchise comprising of the Lego Batman movie, the Lego Ninjago movie, and the merited sequel, the Lego Movie 2. Now that I've given a bit of an account for both movies, I've gone and picked out 5 major similarities between both films that I thought varied and stood out the most that I wanted to explore in this video. So, let's start off with similarity number 1. The most obvious one of the lot, their worlds, right? Now, of course, it's literally in the name. Lego and Barbie. The sound of that alone, you'd already have an idea of what both movies are about without so much as a word spoken. And yeah, you don't need to be Sherlock Holmes to sniff out the connection. Toy people in a toy world. But alas, hold on, it goes much deeper than that, taking a deeper delve into the major plot points. At one point or another in both movies, it's revealed that the greater fate of the titular characters, as the toys that they are, is held in the hands of the owners of the toys in question.
There's some kind of separation, thanks. There's the girl and the doll, and never the twain shall cross.
The train is crossing?
Yes, and the girl who's playing with you, she must be sad, and her thoughts and feelings and humanness are interfering with your dullness.
In the Lego movie, obviously, Finn, a young kid playing with a set of his dad's Legos, and in the Barbie movie, Gloria, who owned Barbie when she was a kid. The real world has a direct influence, and in both movies, interaction with the outside world has a major influence on the main characters and their journey to boot in Emmett and Barbie. Their respective worlds don't exist in of themselves, but rather a fantastical imaginary extension that's directly dictated by actions in the real world. Point 2. Ghost Vitruvius and Ruth Handel. Now, unless if you're watching a Star Wars movie with Force ghosts flying about, talking to people from beyond the Force.
Yoda! Obi-Wan! Some other guy?
I'm Anakin Skywalker, your father.
Oh.
It's otherwise not every day that two movies that I'm coincidentally contrasting both happen to have surrogate mentor figures that can speak and communicate from beyond the grave. Two people that are essential to our titular characters finding a grandeur understanding of the people that they are and who they want to be. The reanimation of Vitruvius helps Emmett find the spirit within him that was required to be able to not only help himself, but those that needed him the most. And in discovering who she wants to be, stereotypical Barbie found herself in need of her creator's wisdom in taking a step that not even she ever fathomed her own creation could dream of. Point 3. Will Ferrell plays a major role as the greater power and authority in the ongoings of Barbieland and Bricksburg. Lord Business, the famed president of Bricksburg, the enabler of Taco Tuesday, but also the avatar of the man upstairs. His goal in the vehicle of Lord Business is to see that everything that he built and all about the world were to stay unchanged in a factory reset, so to speak. And over to his counterpart in Barbie, Will Ferrell takes center stage once more as the Mattel CEO. And by the way, I checked, and that's just his literal name in the movie. So, in the context of both movies, I don't know. I guess Will Ferrell just preferred not to have any actual names like Will or Bob. I'm not judging. So that could be like similarly number six if you'd want to count it. More bang for your buck. But anyhow, now in Barbie, he serves as the curator of Barbie Land. Now it's alluded to that Ruth Handler created Barbie and in turn also Barbie Land, but died, leaving Mattel to own the licensing and full control.
It's you. You're Ruth from Mattel.
Baby, I am Mattel. Until the IRS got to me, but that's another movie.
So you're...
Ruth Handler, inventor of Barbie.
Her ghost keeps an office on the 17th floor.
So, to protect the brand from, say, wayward and malfunctioning toys, his options are usually to obviously discontinue them, but also in the movie where Barbie tries to seek out Mattel to get her life back, their solution to Barbie is to put her back into the box and put her in a factory reset. Alright, next. Point 4. A monologue to inspire and galvanize. Closing in on the rising action of the two blockbusters, the Barbies find themselves disenfranchised and disparaged when the Kens take over and introduce the plague of patriarchy upon the unsuspecting Barbie land. Now, in the opposite number in Bricksburg, the citizens of the city, curated and conditioned to be everything but imaginative, they found themselves at the mercy of Lord Business's micromanagers and his plot to Crago the world. And without anything done, life as they knew it was threatened to cease to exist permanently. President Business would Crago everyone in place, and the Kens would see to it that the Constitution was formally changed in favor of Kenland. Now, to remedy that, it's Wildstyle and Gloria that take the initiative to be a force of personality and reach out to the hearts and minds of those who not only needed to be reminded who they were, but also who they can be.
Believe. I know that sounds like a cat poster, but it's true.
Point 5. Stereotypical. These movies carry a very essential element that's unique to this category of movie compared to, say, something akin to a Spielberg type story, and it's that they aren't special. Emmett and Barbie are not special in any way, shape, or form. They can be special to other people, yes, a lot can by default, but what they are is stereotypical. A stereotypical Barbie who lives her best life and is loved by everyone, and a stereotypical construction worker that lives the same life as all his peers, supporting the same sports team and buying overpriced coffee for the sake of social status. Both living their everyday lives day by day on repeat without fail. And that's the point. The role their societies have given them and how well you fit in doesn't in any way make you special and even true to yourself. It's what makes you ordinary. And it's confirming that when they are perceived to go against the common convention, like thinking about death or going against the instructions, they are taken for outcasts and ostracized. A commentary on society, but also an intriguing juxtaposition to what both toys were made for, or rather are marketed as. That being, Barbies are supposed to make you believe that you can be anything, and Legos are to inspire imagination and creativity. A movie slightly different from what these movies are, but absolutely essential to the platform that they build off of, is Toy Story. And also important to add that it was also kind of my inspiration for this video. I'd like to think of these three movies as an unofficial trilogy of a toy cinematic universe that evolves from being a fully animated film contextualizing how toys live within our world, then a half and half cross between animation and live action of a toy world within our own, with how they live their lives within it, and then one wholly live action with a wholly separate and likely to be in a dimension in of its own, in conjunction to the real world. Anyhow, whether be it the timeless story of toys come to life or the enthralling theatrical experience that generations of audiences will look back on fondly. Nearly a decade apart from release, what came off as sheer coincidence snowballed into something of an underlying legacy that I hope is carried on faithfully with whatever next toy project that's to follow. This was certainly an interesting video for me to make in more ways than one. Yeah, I had fun with it. I hadn't watched the Lego movie in a long time, so it was fun going back down that rabbit hole. So, yeah, do share your thoughts down below. Tell me what you think. Do you agree? Like, share, subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.